everybody. Today being on a Friday, let us review what NASDAQ 100 is doing. And currently, this is what is happening. As you can see, the market is actually taking out this low, the previous low. But before then, we want to see what is the narrative before 9:30. So we're trying to get the narrative between 7 and 9:30 before we explain how this trade would have been taken and possible target. All right, let us start. So at 7 a.m. the market rallied a little bit, then it sold and took out these equal lows. Let me just outline them clearly so that everyone can see. Right there, these equal lows were taken, creating this low. Now that one becomes our sell side liquidity, and then it rallies again higher to give us this high, and that high, since it actually occurs before 8, it becomes our buy side liquidity. And we can see that after creating this high, the market gave us a deep discount to this region, which I have not even highlighted, but you can see that it's actually a BC right there. The market tested it and never came close to the closement encroachment, retested it twice, thrice, then went higher. After going higher, it came and took out the buy side liquidity, creating this high. Then after that, the market, as you can see, this up close candle, the one that was created last, right there, the market retested it twice, then it sold off, taking out this low and giving us a place where we call a CB, or a fair value. Now this fair value was not retested, but the market just sold off and ran for this sell side liquidity that was created in the beginning, that is after 7. So this area that I've highlighted with a yellow rectangle, you can see that the down close candle, the up close candle, the green one, this one is going to act as our order block, because you can see clearly, if I was to take from the week there, if I was to take from the week, when the market closed right below it, it was retested at the middle section, which is the closement encroachment. Then the market dropped off, retested it again, and took out this low, meaning there was a market shift. After that, the sell side liquidity was taken. Then the market, after taking out that liquidity, it is now 9. The market retraces, and it retraces so deep that it comes to retest that fair value. And if I can just move this candle, this vertical line, you can see that at market open, there's high volatility. So what did the market do? It printed this candle to take out this high, but the body respected this CB. After that, we can see a sell-off during market open. As you can see, I've just highlighted right there. This is the range where the market opens. That is between 9:30. Let me just highlight it right there. Yeah, exactly. Somewhere there. Yeah, between 9:30 and 10. So this is supposed to squeeze a little bit somewhere there. So once it respected this CB, it sold off taking out this low and creating this one. But before selling off, we can see that at 9:30, if I was to just move it a little bit, right there. At 9:30, let me remove this so that we can see clearly, right there. Once this high was created and the bodies respected the CB, it sold off, giving us a fair value right there at market open. And that fair value, if you extend it to the right, you can see that it is being retested many times, but no candle closed above it. After that, we are now currently seeing that it ran all the way down to this area, which is actually a place that, after measuring before it happened, it is what I expected. What I always say, if you want to measure, take your futures or your Fibonacci retracement and try to edit it so that you can have these areas. Let me show you right there. If I take the high that was created after 7 and the low, we can see that the market came to a region where we always anticipate, that is between -2 standard deviation and -2.5 standard deviation. So if you took this sell from right here, taking this up close candle as our order block, it would mean that this were the sell side that were this was the sell side liquidity that was being targeted. And if you wanted to know exactly where to get out, you would have taken your profit right at -2 standard deviation. Let me show you how this trade would have worked out. So if you were to take a short right here, you would have anticipated these previous lows, or make sure your stop loss is right above there, but you give it a room to play. Then if you are to now use your fib retracement, the one you used to measure, let us now pull it from right there to the low created, and we can see clearly that if you had targeted -2 standard deviation, you would have gotten your profit, and at -2 standard deviation still you would still have gotten your profits. So this is just to emphasize how we measure and how we anticipate the market. And currently, as you can see, the market has already taken this low, and we actually passed our market open. The low has already been created. So if I was to give a narrative that is going to occur after this, is that since we are at market open, there are higher chances that whatever you're seeing currently, that is from 7 a.m., the market has been selling all the way to around 10:50, 10:30, 10:45. This is going to act like the power of 3, where we have a bit of a lot of manipulation, then we have accumulation, then we have distribution. So I'm thinking that if it is possible, the ones who are going to buy right below here, that is between 10 and 12, the low that is going to be created here, it's going to be actually it's going to be an entry before market open or after market open, but below below this sell side liquidity that was created at 7, or the ones below this low. What am I trying to say? If you're looking for a long-term buy, that is for today, there are higher chances that your entry is going to be between 10 and 12. So we are actually trying to see whether we're going to get an entry mechanism right here as we target this high that was created before market open, together with these ones that were created after 8, as we target higher prices. Same thing is I'm also thinking about is going to happen with I think Tesla. If you're going to see how it's actually faring on, let me show you exactly. Here it is. After it opened with a gap, we can see that that gap is actually being retested several times, and I'm thinking that this high is going to be taken out. This high is going to be taken out. This one, you see it came closer to my stop loss, but it didn't take it out. But I'm thinking that 351 is going to be taken out today. Right now is 10:55 New York time, and I'm thinking before the end of today we are going to have taken this 351. This is going to be our target. So let us watch out and see what's going to happen, hoping that we're going to get a good move to this target. And my projection, or my future projection, is at least to hit 360, and let's see. I'm going to trail my stop as we see whether we're going to catch that. Long-term forecast for Tesla, I'm seeing that we are going to actually reach 360 very soon, because we're actually approaching June and July, where robotaxis are going to be actually announced. And I believe that since there's already people speculating on what's going to happen, I think that we are going to take out these highs. From ICT, I think you know that these are still equal highs. Why? Because as you can see, these two are equal highs, but it was taken out by this week, then it sold off a little bit. But the reason why they are still valid equal highs is because as much as the week did the damage of taking out this sell side liquidity, these buy stops that were right here, that is the buy side liquidity, the market bodies, the candlestick bodies, were still below these highs. If you can go to actually the 2024 mentorship, he talks about how to validate a high, and this is a good example of what he tries to teach. So let us just stay open to see what's going to happen between now and probably 4 New York time. We see whether we're going to have a rally to this area. So let's stick to these charts and see. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe. I'm still looking out for NASDAQ to at least give us a rally. It's going to give us a rally to these highs. That is around 21, around 21, 421. Yeah, around this area. So be blessed, and don't forget to subscribe.